The two formal design organisations in this country are AGDA, which is the Australian Graphic Design Association, and the DIA, which is the Design Institute of Australia, I think. There's also the Illustrators Australia, which is more of a professional organisation for commercial illustrators, so people who are freelancing as illustrators need their own separate organisation. For me in Queensland, the DIA has just recently started a branch in the Gold Coast, which means that they run professional development nights, they'll run seminars, other graphic designers and indeed architects, because the DIA covers all sorts of design, not just graphic design. So it's sometimes great to get together with a group of related professionals that aren't necessarily specifically graphic design, because everybody shares, their knowledge, their experience, their working practices. So getting together on those conference nights. AGDA and DIA both do sort of breakfast conferences where they'll have one or two guest speakers, and it's really nice to go and hang out with some other professionals and network in the sort of the coffee time, and then also hear from one or two great speakers about how they work in their profession. In terms of international organisations, ICAGRADA is probably the main organisation that represents graphic designers, and they have conferences in Europe and around the world. So certainly, to plan throughout your career to have the opportunity to attend some of these international conferences, as well as conferences like Typo in Berlin, are fantastic places to go and just meet a wealth of graphic designers from all over the world, basically. But obviously financial constraints don't allow everybody to travel overseas and do these wonderful things. So the internet is certainly the best port of call in terms of networking with your peers from around the world. So setting up online networks, setting up online folios, and actually getting involved in conversations in an online forum can give you the similar kinds of peer review and feedback that you might be looking for if you go to a conference. But certainly getting involved with professional organisations is a fantastic idea because they have professional help set up. So if you have issues about things like costing, pricing, if you have an issue with copyright, if your client is causing you grief, if a co-worker is, all those kinds of issues in terms of professional practice, then those organisations like AGDA and DIA have some fantastic online resources. And also if you're a paid member, then they'll, kind of consult with you and talk to you about resolving those issues.